The Soul King's Idyll Guard Foundation. I have this now down packed. I'm going to read this off to you. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to be reading off this exact same thing to you over and over again. And once I have it fully locked in and fully memorized, I will then be ready to step into the Spiritual Olympic Soul Games. The Spiritual Olympic Soul Games. The Soul King's Idyll Guard, or the Soul King's Idyll Guard Foundation. So, I'm just going to read it off to you. Starting with the Idyll Guardians. The names are changed up a slight bit as well. There won't be any invasion force, because in reality, this here invasion force that I've been depicting into the spirit is actually already there. You follow me? So in a sense, my invasion force is just a reminder of the protection we already have resting within our mind, heart, space, psyche. You follow what I'm saying? So, the Idyll Guardians. The Perfect Love Infantry 9. Same as the military, or same as the Soul King's military entrenchment. Just a different style of a parable and or a different way to present the same information. It's the same story that I'm presenting to you over and over again. The same story, that are just different formats, different names, different titles, but it's the same story. Moving along. Idyll Guardians. Starting with the Perfect Love Infantry 9. That's the first one. It's about 9 of them in total. Second one, the 9 Fragrant Principality Virtues. The 9 Divine Visual Forces and or the 9 Major Measurement Words. Next, the 9-dimensional base and or sword form parable. The parable, meaning me telling you about it. Telling you about what's already there. Moving along. The 9-dimensional planetary enlightenment infantry. The 9 solfeggio healing frequencies. The 7th one, the 10-dimensional Kabbalah chakra system. You're going to like that one. Or at least I think you are. But my depiction of you should not be the only one that is law, so to speak. My depiction of you should not be considered as law. Number 8, the 114 chakra system hierarchies. The 114 chakra system hierarchies, or at least the ones that I personally would consider to be the aspects of the chakras thereof, according to the information you all have out here. In reality, it's all just made up and just thrown at us. It all is, but, you know, you can use whatever you wish to use, however you wish to use it. And the 9th one, the 20 Life Plan Blueprint Projects. These are the Idyll Guardians here, what I call the invasion force in the military parable. But for this one, for my step into the Spiritual Olympic Soul Games, they're going to be called the Idyll Guardians, or the Soul King's Idyll Guardians, or the Soul King's Idyll Guards. Now, the second list, the Idyll Invaders. They're going to be called the Invaders in this part now. And the Invaders are of the 9 negative belief system pillars, the 9 foul principality sins, the 9 enemy regulation forces, the 9 ethnical chakra system. Remember, everything in this world is an artificial ethnic coding. All of it is. The only thing natural is you and I. And everything in which harbors a soulful connection to we. Number 5, the 9-dimensional base and or sword form, which is what the parable is going to bring out after it takes out the chakra system. Or should I say, once our spiritual rampart is reconstructed, even the ethnical chakra system we will find to be mildly tedious and or not necessary. Moving along. The 9-dimensional base and or sword form enlightenment. The 9-dimensional base and or sword form transcendence and or nirvana. Number 8, the 10-dimensional base and or sword form paradisiacal transcendence, meaning paranirvana. And then the 9th one for the Idyll Invaders, the ones that we need to push to become better than what they are. Even these states here makes no difference. All the way home, remember? The infinite dimensional base and or sword form great paradisiacal transcendence, or Mahaparinirvana. You follow me? And next, what I like to call now the Idyll sequence. The Idyll sequence. A logical sequence. The sequent. Look up what the word sequent means. Or I had multiple titles for this one. I said I also had the Idyll sequels. I also had the Idyll, there was another one, Sequentillas, I believe that's how you pronounce that word, Sequentillas. But I'm going to just stick with sequence for here, the Idyll sequence. So the Soul King's Idyll Guard sequence, meaning what's going to happen once these invaders try to take on the Guardians again. Here's going to be the outcomes, or the sequels, or the sequences. First, the 9 foul principality sins, which will happen from the Perfect Love, from the negative belief system pillars and their invasion on the Perfect Love Infantry 9. I'm just putting what is rightfully belonging in its placement, back in its placement, so to speak, with these words, with this here ideas that I'm putting together. Second one, the enemy regulation forces. Third, the 9 ethnical chakra system. Third here because it's a sequence, remember? It's something that's an outcome that's getting ready to happen once I explain more of the details to you. Fourth, the 9-dimensional base indoor sword form. The 9-dimensional base indoor sword form enlightenment. The 9-dimensional base indoor sword form transcendence, which is the nirvana. Then the 10-dimensional base, because I'm not done hitting you yet. Well, spiritually hitting you. So that means just putting something back in its place or reminding you of what is there. The 10-dimensional base indoor sword form paradisiacal transcendence or paranirvana. The infinite dimensional base indoor sword form great paradisiacal transcendence, mahaparanirvana. And lastly, home arrival. The ultimate goal is getting home. That's the goal, to get home. You follow what I'm saying? Now, it's going to be set up like this. I have 9 Lokas. Loka is a Sanskrit word which means planet, place, or plane. And there are about 9 foundational spots in my here Soul King's Idyll Guard Foundation. There are 9 Loka places in which are going to have, I want to say, spiritual battles or spiritual parables or spiritual, you could say, wars taking place in them. You follow what I'm saying? You could say whatever words you would like to use. But these here invaders are going to be invading the Guardian spaces now. Or actually, they already are. Especially from what all I've been talking about thus far. Me personally, I am just putting the idea back into the spirit and or putting our spiritual soul defenses back into the spiritual grounds. You follow what I'm saying? So, the way each Loka is going to be set up, the 9 chakra system is going to be their foundation. Even though they are an ethnic coding, artificial one, I'm still going to use them because of Genesis chapter 50 verse 20. So there's going to be a root. So this is how the chakra system is going to be. This is how the chakra foundation is going to be set up for each Loka's grounds, or each Loka that's going to have scenarios playing out within the idols. Root chakra number 1, sacral number 2, solar plexus 3, heart 4, throat 5, third eye 6, crown 7th, soul star 8. Soul star will always be number 8 on this list. And the earth star is number 9. The earth star will be number 9 for each one. You follow me? And there will be stories and or situations and or parables. They will label and describe how each of the specific chakras foundational stories are getting ready to play out in this here spiritual parable, if that makes sense to you. Moving along. So, Loka 1's Idyll Guardians, the Perfect Love Infantry 9, versus and or being invaded by Loka 1's Idyll Invaders, the 9 negative belief system pillars. Just with the title, you should probably get more of where I'm going with this. So, the battle at the root chakra. What's protecting us? The 6 single word awareness questions. Same story, same scenario. The invader, the negative belief system pillar 1, racism. The sequence or the Idyll sequence in which will take place due to this invasion, the foul principality sin, greed. Next, at the sacral, the simultaneous talk technique. Its invaders. Negative belief system pillar number 2, feminism. The Idyll sequence will be jealousy. The foul principality sin, jealousy. Same story, different words, different titles, different sequences. Almost as if I'm telling you another religion. Moving along. The solar plexus. At its base, the logical affection virus. Invaders, negative belief system pillar number 3, LGBTQ. Foul principality sin, vanity being the outcome there. Throat, or at the heart. The Brighter Days soundtrack. I'm going to be using all of these techniques to prove God's innocence. All of these techniques will be used to prove God's innocence. Moving along. The Brighter Days soundtrack. Negative belief system pillar number 4, the nerd geek culture. Nerd, translation, neglected earth realm dreamers and or geeks, gentlemen evading everyday knowledge and or gamers evading everyday knowledge. This belief system pillar categorizes the rich, middle class, and indigenous people worldwide who are as such in these different classes due to colonization worldwide. Moving along. Foul principality sin, sloth, outcome there. Throat chakra, the soul battle rap war. That's what I'm going to call it. The soul battle rap war. Belief system targets. Negative belief system pillar number 5, the gangsters. Foul principality sin, wrath is the outcome there. Third eye. The FGM, which is the fitness gospel movement, and wrestling with tribes for peace, targeting the belief system pillar tribes for the outcome of lust and or decomposure to be revealed. Foul principality sin, decomposure. Next, the crown, the church and mosque domination force. Negative belief system pillar number 7 is the target there. Or they are the invaders for this parable here. Negative belief system pillar 7 will be the invaders for this parable to work. And the foul principality sin, gluttony, will be the next invader once the first one loses. Because they're all going to invade and lose. That's what they're going to do. And once they invade and lose, they're going to become something else that I'm going to have another set of guardians ready to protect us against. If that makes sense to you. So right now, currently, the negative belief system pillars are invading my perfect love infantry 9. Or my perfect love guardians here. Call them whatever you want. Parable telling you the same story. Soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Same story, different words. So, the spiritual reawakening, or let me start here first. Gluttony being the outcome of the religions. Soul star chakra base. The spiritual reawakening. That's the guardian there. And the invader will be the negative belief system pillar number 8, ignorance. Outcome, the devil's standard. The devil's achievements unto this world was to make you all stupid. Remember, hell only exists due to you all wanting it to. Moving along. Earth Star, the annihilation of fear series. Their invaders, the negative belief system pillar 9. The fear belief system pillar itself. When it's destroyed, and or when it fails in its objective, because it's getting ready to fail in reverse now. That makes sense. Maybe not fail in reverse, because then that'd be like automatic success. No, I'm going to switch the words up. The foul principality sin, devil itself. The devil. Loka number 2. Or Loka 2's idol guardians. The 9 fragrant principality virtues. Versus, or in its invader force, its invaders. Loka 2's idol invaders, which are the 9 foul principality sins. The ones that just came about due to the first invaders trying to take me out. So now my guardians switch or power up to become the 9 fragrant principality virtues to stop these invaders from getting back in to destroy me. At the root, the soul asceticism virtue. Its invader, the foul principality sin, greed. Outcome and or sequent. Idol sequent. Enemy regulation force, exploitation. You follow what I'm saying? Moving along. The battle station at the sacral, or the guardian station at the sacral chakra. The soul stoicism virtue. Its invader, the foul principality sin, lust and or decomposure. Enemy regulation force, classification. Next, the guardian at the solar plexus. The soul discipline virtue. Invader, foul principality sin, gluttony. Outcome or sequel or sequent. Enemy regulation force, provoke and or elicitation. The guardian at the heart chakra, the soul pride virtue. Invader, the foul principality sin vanity. Enemy regulation force, aggravation will be the outcome there. Once vanity fails, you're going to see the aggravation. What does it mean to aggravate? Aggravate means adding insult to injury. Kicking someone while they're down. Notice too, just like the foul principality sins and how they move around in the belief system pillars, it's just how the enemy regulation forces move around to influence the foul principality sins. Meaning, you can humiliate someone for not being greedy, or you can agitate someone into being slothful or lazy. You follow what I'm saying? It's all mixed up and scrambled around. But simultaneously, we keep moving towards stopping the source of the problem, then we'll stop every aspect of the problem thereof. You follow what I'm saying? Moving forward now. So, the guardian at the throat chakra, being the soul tranquility and or balance virtue, soul balance virtue. They're invaders. The foul principality sin, wrath. Enemy regulation force, agitation, meaning intentionally pissing someone off. That should be a very, very accurate line up there. But simultaneously, let's never forget, it's all throughout it. Check it. So, now we are on to, in Loka 2's Idyll Guardians. The third eye's guardian, the soul ambition virtue, invader, the principality sin sloth. Enemy regulation force and or outcome and or sequel due to this invasion failing. Enemy regulation force humiliation, revealed. Crown chakra guardian, the soul contentment virtue. Foul principality sin jealousy, invader. Enemy regulation force frustration being the outcome and or the sequent. Remember, new names, different parable. Soul star base. The guardian here, the soul reincarnation and or soul standard virtue. The introduction of it right here comes at the 8th one. 888. Foul principality sin devil standard being the invader. The outcome and or sequel being the enemy regulation force disrespect. At the Earth Star's base and or the Earth Star's guardian, the soul courage virtue, invader, the foul principality sin devil. Enemy regulation force and or sequel, outcome, extortion. Trying to extort our resources and exploit ourselves, to exploit our resources and extort ourselves. Either way it goes, no matter what the enemy does, at any time it approaches you, it is all for an evil purpose. All of it is. Moving along. Loka 3's Idyll Guardians, the 9 divine visual forces and or measurement words. The invaders, Loka 3's Idyll invaders, the 9 enemy regulation forces. Loka 3's Idyll sequent, the 9 ethnic chakra system. Now at the root, its guardian, the divine ethereal vision. Remember, I changed it up. At first I had dimensions as the root, but then I'm switching to ether. Because the physical body, everything physical is of the ether. Just like our 5 senses. Our 5 senses are of the ether as one thing. Moving along. The guardian of the root is ether. The invader of the root is exploitation. The sequence of this here invasion will be the root chakra ethnic. Sacral guardian, the divine astral vision. Remember, the chakras are ethnic, artificial ethnics. They are, all of them are. Just gonna use them for what I want to use them for anyways. Moving along. Sacral guardian, the divine astral vision. Invader, enemy regulation force classification. Sequence, the sacral chakra ethnic. Solar plexus guardian, the divine dimensional vision. Enemy regulation force invader. Provoke and or elicitation, meaning they're always trying to draw something out of you, like putting what makes you a gluttonous in you to draw gluttony out of you. You follow me? Sequent, the solar plexus chakra ethnic. Heart Chakra Guardian, the Divine Frequency Vision, Enemy Regulation Force Invader, Aggravation, the Heart Chakra Ethnic, being the outcome. Throat Chakra Guardian, the Descriptive Vision, Enemy Regulation Force Agitation, the Throat Chakra Ethnic being the outcome of that one. Third Eye Base and or the Third Eye Guardian being the Divine Moral Vision, one of my favorite ones. I actually don't have a favorite anything, I just keep saying it, just because. I can say whatever I want. Enemy Regulation Force Invader being Humiliation. The outcome of that battle there, the Third Eye Chakra Ethnic itself. Crown Chakra, its Guardian, the Divine Common Sense Vision. Common Sense. He's going to be a great father in the galactic game. Common is. Or at least I have him depicted to be one. So is Andrew Tate. And Birdman. My son on the throne. Enemy Regulation Force Frustrate. The Crown Chakra Ethnic being that one's sequel. Soul Star Base or Soul Star Guardian. The Divine Quantum Vision, Enemy Regulation Force Disrespect, the Soul Star Chakra Ethnic being the outcome, Earth Star Guardian, Divine Standard Vision, Enemy Regulation Force Extortion, the Earth Star Chakra being the Ethnic for that sequence outcome. Loka 4's Idyll Guardians, the 9-dimensional base and or sword form Parable versus Loka 4's Idyll Invaders, the 9 Chakra System Ethnic. Loka 4's Idyll Sequence, the 9-dimensional base and or sword form. Details. Root Guardian, the Devils, and or, which is going to be my soul sword handle soon, which is Israel in reality. Israel is the root, is the surface level root to all of our problems. Israel is. This is why it's possible that we can turn even the servitude of Israel against the actual world government threat. Because yeah, even though Israel is the face of everything, just not allowing itself to be seen as the face, it is. Israel is responsible for everything we are dealing with in the world today. Or at least they are being used as the sword handle at the root, so to speak, to be pulled out once we can get our hands on this here sword handle and pull it out. They are being used to cause all of the issues thereof. But not even Israel is the end to all of the problems. If we want to stop the problems, we have to destroy what is at the core causing them. Israel on the surface is the root to all of our problems. But beneath the core, who do you think it is? Moving along. Sacral, the guardian there. It says the Devils, but I crossed that out because it's going to belong to me soon. So the Soul Sword's blade, targeting the Sacral Chakra Ethnic to become the White Fighters. At the root chakra, I'm going to say that again. The Soul Sword's handle, not the Devil's Sword, it's mine. So Israel is going to be mine soon then. Yeah. Or at least this me. The Soul Sword handle at the root, targeting the root chakra ethnic, or the invader being the root chakra ethnic, to become the white leadership. The soul, that the sacral base, the soul's sword blade, sacral chakra ethnic, the white fighters being the outcome, solar plexus, the soul sword's tip, the solar plexus chakra ethnic being the invaders, the white civilians being the outcome there. At the heart chakra base, the soul king's feet and legs, the invaders being the heart chakra ethnic, but the sequel or the sequence being the black civilians. So yeah, the black civilians are at the heart as my soul king's feet and legs. Yeah, so black people, the black civilians are the soul king's feet and legs. Foundation. Why we are doing virtually everything we are doing. Throat chakra base, the soul king's 6 gangster arms. The throat chakra ethnic being the invading force, and the black fighters being the outcome. So do you see all the melanated gangsters in the world as the black fighters? Yes. Or at least that's my depiction of you into it. I am depicting you all into my God, because this is how I see you. I cannot live comfortably in your reality while every black person alive, so-called black person and so-called white person alive, ain't God. You all need to be the real God in order for me to be comfortable in your reality. Other than that, expect more mildly uncomfortable videos of me reading papers to you. Third eye chakra base, guardian, the soul king's heart and torso. Target, the third eye chakra ethnic. Outcome, the black leadership. Only trust and respect with your inner crowned spirit eye what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural of your inner soul heart. Heart of hearts, God of gods, energy of energies, life of lives, life of lives. Interesting. Steal that and put it on a t-shirt. Make money off of it. Yeah, sure. Crown chakra base, the soul king's neck and head. The crown chakra ethnic being the invader force, and the outcome being the soul standard. Now it's, we are the soul standard now when it hits the crown chakra. Soul star, the soul king's actual self. Invading force, the soul star chakra ethnic. Outcome, the soul king's resurrection and or forming. See, now we are in the 9-dimensional base form literally. And then at the earth star base, the soul king's grounds. Invading force, the earth star chakra ethnic. I said that wrong because the guardian here is the soul king's wife or queen, Akasha. That's the guardian there. The guardian is the soul king's wife and or queen, Akasha. The earth star chakra is the invading force here. The earth star chakra ethnic is the invading force. And the outcome and or the sequence will simply be the soul king's grounds. Moving along. I'm going to memorize all 9 of these Lokas, and then I'm going to step into the spiritual Olympic soul games upon you all. What will the spiritual Olympic soul games consist of? Me going into the public and describing this mastered, memorized information unto you all to your faces. I don't need to be on social media to communicate with you. I just need to communicate with you. Moving along. Loka 5's Idyll Guardians, the 9-dimensional planetary enlightenment infantry, versus Loka 5's Idyll Invaders, the 9-dimensional base indoor sword form. Loka 5's Idyll Sequent, the 9-dimensional base indoor sword form enlightenment. Remember, I ain't even halfway done with you yet. The goal is to go home, not to be powered up. The Root Guardian, the taxonomy hierarchy. Invading force, the white leadership, Israel. Outcome and or sequent, North America, Africa enlightenment. At the sacral chakra, the knowledge of DNA and RNA. Invaders, the white fighters. Outcome, the South America, Africa enlightenment. Solar plexus guardian, the 3 branches of science. Invaders, the white civilians. Outcome, Africa, Africa enlightenment. Heart guardian, the periodic table of elements. Invading force, the black civilians. Unfortunately, I got you listed here as such because regardless, it ain't about to be no white supremacy. It ain't about to be no black supremacy. It's barely even going to be human supremacy of any kind. When this conviction gets into the world, soul supremacy will be of its epistemology to manifest. I predict, upon me mastering the Soul King's Idyll Foundation, there's going to be a lot of people out here distracting or trying to make noises to stop me from spreading it. What can I do about them? The same thing we need to do to the problem. Moving along. So, once again, the guard stationed at the heart base, the periodic table of elements, the invaders, the black civilians, outcome and or sequence, Australia, Oceania, Africa, enlightenment. Throat guardian, Walter Russell's periodic chart of elements, the black fighters being the invasion force. For Asia, Africa's enlightenment will be the outcome there once they fail. Remember, like I said, it ain't about white supremacy, it ain't about black supremacy, it's about soul supremacy. It's about the actual us, God meaning, being in charge of his own world. I'm depicting these things unto you. Depicting. Third eye chakra guardian, the 4 fundamental forces of nature. The invading force, the black leadership. Outcome and or sequent. Look up what the word sequent means. Idyll sequent. Europe, Africa enlightenment. Crown guardian, the 12 zodiac element signs. Invading force, the soul standard. Yes, even the soul standard is going to be upgraded. By any moral means necessary must we get home. The Sun Soul's enlightenment being the outcome there, or the sequent. Soul Star Guardian, meteorology, the 7 base SI units, meaning System International. It's information from the country known as France. Talks about how to properly measure frequencies, time, length, luminous intensity. Go look it up. The Soul King's resurrection being the invading force here. The outcome, the Heavenly Father's enlightenment. It's all about upgrading you more and more. I'm just secretly upgrading you, super hyper upgrading you secretly. Well, not secretly, I'm just really in your face with it. And when I start the Spiritual Olympic Soul Games, I'm going to be really in your face with it, in the public. Moving along. Earth Star Guardian, the sacred geometric symbols. It says that the number of them is immeasurable. It doesn't have a number on them, but I'm quite sure it's like at least 500, maybe. The invading force being the Soul King's grounds. The outcome being the ethereal mother's enlightenment. The ethereal mother's enlightenment. The Sun Soul's enlightenment. The Heavenly Father's enlightenment. The ethereal mother's enlightenment. Son, Father, Mother. You see. Moving along. Lokas 6's Idyll Guardians. The 9 solfeggio healing frequencies. Lokas 6's Idyll Invaders. The 9-dimensional base indoor sword form enlightenment. Lokas 6's Idyll Sequence. The 9-dimensional base indoor sword form transcendence, which is the Nirvana. I'm going to continue it in another one. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the Soul King's Idyll Foundation, or the Soul King's Idyll Guard Foundation Part 2. I'm just going to keep on making these videos until I master all 9 of the Lokas there, and then get ready to step into the Spiritual Olympic Soul Games with this information. Until then, always keep in mind, through the spirit the soul breathes. The soul is all for peace, respect, balance, and progression. And through you all, which is the spirit, God, it manifests peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.